Hi, this is Bhavdeep. Thank you for joining my webinar today. Let's wait for another 1 minute and then get started. I'm looking at the watch. We still have 1 minute for the scheduled time, and I do see many students still joining in. So let's give them some time. And stay tuned. Next 45 minutes are going to be really, really fruitful for you. So we are going to do today physics numericals for grade 10. We are going to focus more on the resistors in series and parallel. So stay tuned for another 40 seconds from now. We are going for another 40 seconds from now. We are going to get started right on schedule, please. Welcome. I do see many more students joining in. That's really, really great. I'm still waiting for more students here. 20 seconds from now, we are going to get started. And everybody in the meantime, please grab a pen and paper, please. You will need pen and paper. No physics without pen and paper. So I'm giving you a few more seconds. Go and grab a pen and a paper, or pencil and a paper, or whatever, some writing device and something to write on it. So let's get started. And I do see so many students in the class. Some of you are on the YouTube, some of you are live on the webinar here. So really, really good to see all of you. So let me first introduce myself. This is Bhavdeep, and I'm sure many of you have taken classes earlier with me, but some of you are all new to me. So let me just introduce. This is Bhavdeep Singh. I live in the beautiful city of Chandigarh. I did my master's in technology from IIT Bombay in 1998, much before you were born. Most of you, because I say most of you because many of the parents also join the webinar to start learning some concepts of physics. And I did have many students in the past that were much older than the student age, and that's really great. They want to learn physics. So I started working in industry, in software industry, and then I realized, no, this is not my passion. My passion was always being a teacher. So I did teaching part-time initially during my work years, and then 5 years ago I gave up my job. I'm a full-time teacher with Vedantu. I do nothing, just try to make students fall in love with the physics here. So far, I have shaped thousands of careers. I have taught so many students. I love physics. I love kids, and I love to teach physics to the kids. And that is the reason I'm sitting here right now, trying to teach you resistors. My mission is always to make my students fall in love with physics. So you cannot make students fall in love by enforcing anything. So I try to make my classes interesting, and over the period of time students eventually fall in love with physics. And I do get so many messages, from parents and also students saying, okay, physics was my weak point, I didn't love physics, and then eventually they go on to take physics as a major in the college. So let's get started with today's agenda. आज का agenda. So आज का agenda है combination of resistors in series and parallel. So you have already studied resistors, but I'm going to revise it in 5 minutes, assuming a little brush up never, it always helps, right? So we are going to revise resistors, Ohm's law for 5 minutes, and then go on to combination of resistors. Combinations mean you have more than one resistor. Let's take these two pens, sorry for that circus. So one resistor, two resistor, combine them in series or in parallel. There is a surprise coming up, so stay tuned for 45 minutes, and also there is a fun guaranteed throughout the class. ठीक है, so ये है आज का agenda. 45 minutes of fruitful learning today. So don't quit, don't leave, just stay tuned. And it is an interactive session, as I said. So most of you are on YouTube, some of you are on webinar who can chat with me here. But others can always pause, rewind, and all that. So you can learn at your own pace anyways. So as I said, fun guaranteed. So let's start with a tiny little puzzle here. And I do these puzzles not to test your brains or kind of like, more because there are so many out of the box answers that I get out of these questions. So what travels around the world staying in the same corner? Yeah, I do see many responses there on the chat box. Yeah, that's a cute one. It says the corner of a car. It stays at the corner and travels. Another one says corner of a plane. That's nice, okay. Yeah, so many students have written the postage stamp, right? So that's what I had in my mind, but I learned something new here, see. So a postage stamp, many of you are new generation, but back in days this was very common. So you would write letters and you would paste a stamp over here, and then that travels the word staying in a corner. Okay, so let's go back to the physics from here. A little brush up never is a waste of time. That's what I always think. So let's revise what you have learned so far in your schools. Okay, so the number one thing you studied, electricity. Electricity is the flow, and I'm going to take 5 minutes to brush up these concepts and go to the resistor combinations. So what is electrical current? So let's say there is a wire here, and if you have attended my past webinars, I've explained it by using the electron heating and all those heating effects of current. But for now, let's say there is a conductor here. Conductors have free electrons. Copper, iron, aluminum, they have free electrons. So as soon as you apply the battery, and as I said, this is a 5 minute revision, so I'm not going into the details here, but as soon as you apply a potential difference here via a battery, what happens now is this negative terminal pushes the electrons the other way and the electron starts moving. So now if you're sitting here watching that electron, you can count the number of electrons going from left to right and then say, okay, so many charges go from left to right, and define the electric current as the amount of charge flowing per unit time. ठीक है, यहाँ तक तो clear होगा, everybody might be clear. The other thing that you have to also understand is the Ohm's law, which is, this is not the Ohm's law, but this is kind of like, I can say, so V equals IR. So an example would be, let's say there is a battery here which is 6 ohms, and then you connect a resistor. Resistor is shown by this bumpy road. You can think of resistor as a bumpy road. Cars are trying to go through that, and there are so many bumps or potholes, whatever you visualize that. So 2 ohms. So then you can say V. Oh, my bad. Sorry. See, that happens when you think too much. 6 volts, right? Say, not ohms, 6 volts. So 6 volts is equal to some unknown current multiplied by the resistance. Resistance is 2 ohms. So you can always calculate the current in the circuit. This is 6 volts by 2 ohms. So volts per ohms is actually amperes. So 3 amperes of current goes through the circuit, right? This is something you really have to be knowing by now before you start going through the combination of resistors. Okay. Now resistor, I'm going to go in a little more detail, because when you study combinations, you have to know what is a resistor. If you have attended my past webinars, you would have already studied this way, but I would still go to explain it for the new students here. So this is my conductor here. ये है conductor, ठीक है? इसको मैंने बड़ा करके बना दिया था. So now I apply a potential difference here, negative here, positive here. Electron is trying to go through this, zoom, like this. It says I want to go from negative side to positive side, zoom. No, but it doesn't happen that way. It's more like I'm standing in this corner of the room, I want to go to that corner of the room. There are so many people in this room, they're walking around. Maybe there's a party going on here, they walk around. So as I try to zoom, I eventually collide with them. If I collide, I lose my energy. Maybe I change my direction. If I was a ball, I would be changing my direction, like 2 balls hitting each other. Okay, तो वही हो रहा है. Exactly same thing here. There is an atom here, there's another atom, there's another atom, there's another atom. Electron tries to zoom but collides, right? Collides with some atoms here. So maybe 4 ही हैं तो चारों को use कर लो, और यहाँ पे भी एक और लगा दो. तो it collides and then changes direction, collides and changes direction, collides and changes direction, keeps doing that, and then eventually it reaches there. So what we observe is electron tries to go with full enthusiasm, but on the way it is stopped by these atoms, and these atoms colliding with this atom is what is called a resistance. So it is facing resistance to the flow, right? So there is a resistance to the flow of electric current. More the collisions, more the resistance, right? So that's the key. Now in heating effect, we also saw that when it collides, it actually makes these atoms vibrate more, because some energy has been transferred to these atoms, and more vibrations means more the temperature. So this electrical energy is being converted into heat energy, but that is not the topic today. Okay. So now let's just focus on these atoms. So what is happening inside the resistor is this. So think of a road here. Take a cars are moving on the road. and it's just one road. You don't have any diversion or anything. So cars are going through that. But now let's say there are potholes. Gadda, everybody understands, right? Potholes. So potholes means the cars are going to slow down. Cars are going to slow down, so the number of cars going through the road will be slowed down because there is a backup traffic over there. And this is exactly what the atom collision does. So when the electrons slow down, the whole of the traffic is slowed down, and the current, which was 3 amperes. So think about, let's say this is 6 volts of battery. If this resistance was 2 amperes, you would do current is equal to 6 by 2 equals 3 amperes. पर वन गड्ढा इज वन ओम, लेट्स से, ठीक है. तो अगर अगर देर आर 6 ohms of resistance instead of 2 ohms, you would only have 1 ampere of current there. So more the resistance, less the current. More the gaddhas, more the potholes, less the number of cars going through that. You got to understand this slide when before you understand the combination of resistors. अब जाते हैं भाई आगे, ठीक है. अब कॉम्बिनेशंस कर लेते हैं. मेरे पास एक रेजिस्टर ये है, एक रेजिस्टर ये है. इसके कॉम्बिनेशन का क्या होगा? सो देयर आर 2 ways you combine the resistors. ठीक है, सब कुछ एक ही स्लाइड में. वील कवर ओनली ऑन वन स्लाइड हियर. तो लेट्स से देयर इज अ 6 ohms of resistance here and there is a 3 ohms of resistance here. This is called a series combination. ठीक है, इसको कंपेयर कर लो यहां से. I compare this with this combination here. 6 ohms here and 3 ohms here. Okay. Now this is called the parallel combination. I'm going to write it down because these are the 2 combinations you've got to use. Series. End to end. मतलब क्या किया कि इसको ऐसे कनेक्ट कर दिया दोनों को. Parallel में ऐसे कनेक्ट कर दिया. Parallel है. ठीक है. And sometimes what looks like parallel turns out to be series. We'll cover those also. So this is the parallel combination. Okay, now let's analyze the first one, series combination. I take a piece of wire, I connect it to a battery. Let's say the battery is 12 ohms. 12 volts. I don't know why when I'm saying ohms, I honor Mr. Ohms so much that I keep saying ohms again and again. So great personality he was, Mr. Ohms. Okay, so 12 volts. 12 volts की बैटरी यहाँ लगा दी. यहाँ भी सेम ही लगा दो यार, बराबर ही दो ना, है ना. पार्शियलिटी क्यों कर रही है भाई? एक को ज्यादा एक को कम क्यों देना? दोनों को 12 वोल्ट दे दिया हमने. ठीक है, तो ये हो गया हमारा. अब इसको मैं कंपेयर करूंगा. बिफोर आई इवन टेल यू एनी फॉर्मूला, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल नो मेमोराइजिंग, ओनली अंडरस्टैंडिंग है. ठीक है, मेमोराइजिंग करके नहीं काम बनेगा, क्योंकि इफ यू मेमोराइज दीज थिंग्स डाउन द लाइन 2 weeks 3 weeks मे बी couple of months you're going to forget it. Understanding never goes. ठीक है, सो दिमाग में रहेगा हमेशा. अब इसको मैं कंपेयर करता हूं इधर से. ये एक रोड थी मेरे पास, 6 गड्ढा, 1 2 3 4 5 6. ठीक है, और एक और रोड थी उसके सीरीज में ही 3 गड्ढा, 3 potholes. तो मैंने सीरीज में कर दिया. इधर मैंने क्या करा है, इसको कंपेयर करो. इधर मैंने ऐसा करा है, 1 2 3 4 5 6 एंड देन देयर इज अनदर रोड हियर 1 2 3. ठीक है, और ये था ऐसे ऐसे बना दिया मैंने. यहाँ से कार आ रही थी एंड देन द कार्स हैव एन ऑप्शन नाउ. दे कैन ईदर गो दिस वे और दैट वे एंड देन इवेंचुअली दे हैव टू मीट दैट वे. ठीक है, तो एक छोटी सी कार भी बना देते हैं इधर. इवन दो आई एम नॉट ए वेरी ग्रेट आर्टिस्ट, बट लेट्स से. ठीक है, नाउ कार्स हैव एन ऑप्शन, ईदर गो दिस वे और दिस वे. इधर क्या है, कार्स हैव नो ऑप्शन. Cars have to go through both of the roads. ये connected है, connected है. So cars will go through 6 potholes and 9 potholes. Don't you think the effect is magnified in this? ठीक है, compared to if you only had 6 ohms here. Now when you're connecting 3 ohms, you're actually adding to the number of potholes here. It is going to slow down more. It is more resistance now. Think about here. ये road थी नहीं. ठीक है, so the cars had to go through this. Now when you add this road, oh they say okay some of the cars will go through this also. और या फिर वो नहीं थी, यही थी. Like let's say there was no road here, there was only one road with 3 potholes. Every car had to go through this. There was so much of traffic. But as soon as you connected, gave another option there, some cars will say okay, even though there are more potholes there, but because there is so much of traffic here, let's go here. Some cars will go there. ठीक है. If you have understood this, well and good. If you have not understood, if you have an option to pause, please pause here. ठीक है. So I will revise what I said just now. In the case of series combination, what happens is electrons have to go through 6 ohms of resistance and also 3 ohms of resistance. Because you have connected them together, the poor electron faces more resistance here. It slows down more. But in this case of parallel combination, they are very happy, because what happens now is you have given another option there. So overall the resistance is slowed down, overall the current is increased, overall the number of cars going through the road has increased in parallel combination, but reduced in सीरीज कॉम्बिनेशन. ठीक है. अब इसको फिर से करते हैं, फिर से एनालाइज फ्रॉम द पर्सपेक्टिव ऑफ क्या बोले इसको, करंट. What is current? Current is the flow of charges. You go by the definition where current is the rate of flow of charges, right? So the current is equal to amount of charge per unit time. Amount of charge क्या? Amount of charge is basically the number of electrons times the charge on one electron divided by time. ठीक है. So अब इसमें क्या है कि there was some electrons going through this. ठीक है. So whatever electron goes through 6 ohms has to go through 3 ohms. Does everybody agree to that? क्योंकि क्या हो रहा है ना कि if there are a million electron going through this, the same million electrons have to go through that. ठीक है. There is no other option there. It's like saying there are 1,000 cars going through this road, the same 1,000 cars per second will go through that. So what that means is the rate of flow of charge per unit time is same in both of them. So can I say that the current here is same as current here? No memorizing here. Again, I'm telling you, no memorizations here. Just try to understand. Current is the amount of charge flowing per unit time. Whatever charge flows through this has to flow through this. There is no difference at all. So that is why the current flowing through this is exactly equal to current flowing through that. अब इस केस में देखो, इसमें क्या होगा कि 1,000 कार्स इधर आई थी, तो 1,000 कार्स वर गोइंग थ्रू दिस. सो लेट्स से 1,000 कार्स हियर पर आवर, तो ज्यादा हो गया, पर डे समझ लो. चलो, सो वन और मे बी पर कपल ऑफ आवर्स. ठीक है. तो 1,000 कार्स विल गो थ्रू दैट. इसमें क्या होगा, 1,000 की जगह काम करते हैं 900 ले लेते हैं. 900 विल हेल्प मी देयर. दैट्स व्हाई आई एम सेइंग. So 900 cars go here, 900 cars go there. You will appreciate this number when I go to the other side of the world. इधर देखो, 900 cars come here. Some car will go here, some car will go here. ठीक है. It's not that everybody goes there. Because if everybody goes one road, there is so much of traffic. Some cars will say, okay, let there be more potholes there, but we will still go there because there is no car there. So some car go here, some car go here. But look what I'm trying to say now. Double the car go here. Because there are, by statistics, you can say half the number of potholes, double the number of cars here compared to the other road. So what I have to do is, let me write rebel here. Now, what I'm trying to say is, if out of 900, you divide that 900 into 3 parts, into 3 buckets. Let's say you have 300 cars. There's a batch of 300 cars. Batch of 300 cars each. So 2 of the batches will go here, 1 batch will go here. So I'm making a claim by statistics that 300 cars go here, 600 cars go there. Okay, half the number of potholes, double the number of cars. So divide it into 3 parts, chop it off, that batch into 3 parts, give 2 parts here, 1 part there. Same thing here. So what I'm, but see, eventually 300 plus 600 has to be 900. There is no factory producing car on the junction here. There is no nothing destroying the cars also. So 300 plus 900, 600 has to be exactly equal to the cars, right? So by that logic, you have different number of cars here, right? So by that logic, I can say there will be some amount of current going here. Let's call this I1, and some amount of current going through here, which is I2. But eventually that I1 plus I2 has to add up to I. Okay, so let's summarize what we said just now here. We said the current is same here. Current is same. But in this case, current is dividing. It's I1 plus I2 has to be equal to I. It divides. It may be equal also. आधा आधा हो गया. 450, 450, 450, 450. If the potholes were same. But the point is, it's not same as 900. It divides. It's a current divider. So parallel circuit is a current divider. ठीक है, सीरीज में दे विल बी सेम करंट. पोटेंशियल डिफरेंस की बात करते हैं ना. व्हाट इज पोटेंशियल डिफरेंस? आई विल कम बैक टू दिस स्लाइड आफ्टर वी टॉक लिटिल ऑफ पोटेंशियल डिफरेंस. सो पोटेंशियल डिफरेंस इज द अमाउंट ऑफ चार्ज, or sorry, amount of work done per unit charge. ठीक है, तो what we are saying is potential difference between 2 points. Let's say these are 2 points A and B, and if I claim that the potential difference between them is 6 volts, what that means is if I take 1 coulombs of charge and bring it here, I will have to do 6 joules of work, or I will get back 6 joules of work depending on the direction, polarity there, right? And if I take, like, let's say I take 5 coulombs of charge there, I will have to do 30 joules of work. ठीक है, so the work is potential multiplied by charge, और voltage is work done per unit coulomb, right? एक coulomb को यहाँ से वहाँ रखा, कितना effort लगा. So that is exactly what this means in a battery. अगर battery is 6 volts, what that means is if you're taking 1 coulomb of charge through this path, you will have to do 6 joules of work per coulomb, or you will get back 6 joules of energy, right? That is converted into heat energy, light energy, sound energy, whatever you're trying to do with that. So by that logic, if this battery was 12 volts, if this battery is 12 volts, what I'm trying to say now is, let's take the numbers here first of all. So पहले current की पूरी बात कर लेते. Current here कितना है? 6 plus 3. ठीक है, उसको बाद में करेंगे, क्योंकि अभी फॉर्मूला पे जाएंगे, देन सम स्टूडेंट विल स्टार्ट मेमोराइजिंग, बाद में करेंगे. ठीक है, अभी हम कॉन्सेप्ट समझ रहे हैं. नो क्वांटिफिकेशन ओवर देयर. तो व्हाट वी आर ट्राइंग टू से इज 12 joules of energy is needed when you go from point A to point B in the circuit. Now there is only one path that you have, that is going all the way from here to here. ठीक है, so 12 joules of work has to be done. Some work will be done here, V1, and some work will be done here, V2. ठीक है ना, क्योंकि रेजिस्टेंस में जो है, some energy is being converted into heat energy, light energy here, some energy is converted there, but overall it has to be 12. So what I'm making a claim here is V1 plus V2 is equal to V. ठीक है, नो मेमोराइज नहीं करना है, इसको समझ लो, क्योंकि टोटल 12 joules ऑफ एनर्जी लगनी थी या यूज होनी थी. सम एनर्जी इज यूज्ड हियर, सम एनर्जी इज यूज्ड हियर, सो लेट्स कॉल इट V1 and V2. देन टोटल V1 plus V2 हैज टू बी एग्जैक्टली इक्वल टू 12. इस केस में देखो, नाउ द इलेक्ट्रॉन्स हैव ऑप्शंस. ईदर दे विल टेक दिस पाथ, then also it has to spend 12 joules of energy, or maybe it takes this path, ऊपर वाली branch, then also it has to take 12 joules of energy. So either of these paths is going to make sure that 1 coulomb of charge spends 12 joules of energy. So both of them will have the same potential V and V, which is equal to 12 volts. So potential is same in a parallel circuit. So this is in a nutshell how you analyze the circuits. You don't memorize anything. You just try to, I mean, I will advise you after the session here, take a piece of paper, take a pen, blank sheet of paper, no textbook with you, nothing, no notes here, nothing. एक paper है, isolation में बैठे हो, there's nobody to help you. Just draw the diagrams. अपने आप को पढ़ाओ इस तरह से. Like teach yourself and say, okay, this is a series circuit. Number of electrons is same. Oh yeah, well, good. So then number of electrons per unit time is same. So current is same. ठीक है, इस केस में इलेक्ट्रॉन्स आर डिवाइडिंग, सो देन नो द करंट इज गोइंग टू डिवाइड. सो अपने आप को पढ़ाओ, दैट्स द बेस्ट वे यू कैन लर्न एक्चुअली. ठीक है, आप थोड़ा मैथमेटिक्स कर लेते हैं बुक के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से. तो लेट्स से देयर इज अ रेजिस्टेंस हियर R1. ठीक है, नंबर्स ले लो यार, नंबर्स आर बेटर एक्चुअली. इंस्टेड ऑफ राइटिंग R1 R2, एक नंबर ले लो 6 ohms हियर. ठीक है, इसको ले लिया 3 ohms हियर. ठीक है, अब ये सीरीज में है, तो एक डेरिवेशन कर देता हूँ छोटा सा, ज्यादा नहीं करेंगे, टाइम भी नहीं है. ठीक है, वी ओनली हैव 45 minutes टुडे. सो दिस इज अ पोटेंशियल हियर V, एंड दिस इज V1 एंड दिस इज V2, लेट्स से. ठीक है, डेरिवेशन ही कर लेते हैं R1 R2 से, क्योंकि सम स्टूडेंट्स वुड से ओके सर एग्जाम में तो ऐसे नहीं लिख सकते, तो लेट्स डू R1 R2. ठीक है, अब हमको पता है कि करंट सेम है, एग्जैक्टली सेम अमाउंट ऑफ करंट फ्लोज हियर एज इट फ्लोज हियर. But then we made a claim that V1 plus V2 got to be equal to V, क्योंकि the amount of energy spent here plus energy spent here is equal to the total energy spent. Energy cannot be created nor destroyed. I'm just using law of conservation of energy here. अब V1 क्या है? V is equal to IR था, हमको पता है. तो ये V तो हो गया, V1 तो क्या हो गया, करंट मल्टीप्लाइड बाय R1, है ना. You might have done these in your previous sessions when you were analyzing circuits, and that kind of makes sense. Current is this much, resistance is this much, so the amount of energy is V1, that is I into R1, but that is equal to IR2. In the case of V2 it is IR2, right, is equal to, अब मैं इक्वलेंट रेजिस्टेंस निकालना चाह रहा हूं. मैं कह रहा हूं मेरे पास दो रेजिस्टर हैं इधर. आई डोंट नीड टू ऑफ देम, इनको हटा के फेंक देता हूं मैं. इसके बदले बाजार से एक रेजिस्टर लाना है. आई जस्ट वांट टू गेट रिड ऑफ दीज टू एंड वांट टू गेट वन रेजिस्टर विच विल डू द सेम वर्क और सेम इफेक्ट, विल हैव द सेम इफेक्ट एज दीज टू रेजिस्टर्स. उस टू के बदले मुझे एक चाहिए. तो मैं एक बार फिर से एक सर्किट बनाता हूं, एंड देन आई एम सेइंग कि वोल्टेज में सेम अप्लाई करूंगा, करंट मुझे सेम चाहिए एज इफ दिस वाज द सेम टू कॉम्बिनेशंस, बट टेल मी हाउ मच रेजिस्टेंस शुड आई परचेज फ्रॉम द मार्केट नाउ. So instead of these R1 and R2, I want to replace the circuit with one resistor so that the effect is same. When I apply a potential of V, it should give me a current of I. तो इस सर्किट में क्या हो गया, IR हो गया. ठीक है, तो ये क्रॉस क्रॉस क्रॉस, सो रेजिस्टेंस जो मेरे को बाय करना था बाजार से कितना हो गया, R1 प्लस R2. सिंपल इनफ. अगर ये 6 ओम था, ये 3 ओम्स था, मेरे को 9 ओम्स का परचेस करना पड़ेगा. ठीक है भाई, वी हैव टू डू सम न्यूमेरिकल्स आफ्टर दिस. तो अब पैरेलल में जाते हैं. पैरेलल में क्या है, दिस इज R1 लेट्स से एंड दिस इज R2 लेट्स से. ठीक है, थोड़ा टाइम ऊपर हो गया तो प्लीज बियर विद मी, वी आर लर्निंग थिंग्स हियर, सो वी माइट गो ओवर. आई हैव अदर क्लासेस आल्सो बट दैट कैन वेट, दैट्स फाइन. सो वी हियर, ठीक है. अब मेरे को फिर सेम चीज करनी है. आई वांट टू परचेज वन रेजिस्टर फ्रॉम द मार्केट में जाके क्या बोलूं, व्हाट अमाउंट डू आई नीड. सो लेट्स वर्क ऑन दिस. इसमें क्या है कि पोटेंशियल सेम रहेगा. इफ दिस इज V, दिस इज आल्सो V, दिस इज आल्सो V, क्योंकि चाहे इलेक्ट्रॉन गोज दिस वे और दैट वे, इट हैज टू स्पेंड दैट मच ऑफ एनर्जी. Now, how much is the current here? Current here is, let's say, I1, but I1 कितना होगा, is equal to V by R1, है ना. Similarly, I2 will be V by R2. I'm saying the total combination is I1 plus I2 of the current. So current is equal to I1 plus I2. ठीक है, वही करंट मुझे यहां चाहिए I. तो यहां करंट I चाहिए, तो मेरे को चाहिए V by R here. ठीक है ना, is equal to V by R1 plus V by R2. No memorizing please, just try to understand this, the pattern here. तो मेरा equivalent resistance आएगा 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. ठीक है, so कैसे हो गया, let's take the example of the same resistors there, 6 ohms 3 ohms. तो 1 by R जो मेरे को चाहिए, that is equal to 1 by 6 plus 1 by 3. I'm not teaching you the calculation skills, so I'll just go fast here. So this will add up to 1 by 2. तो resistance is not 1 by 2, उसको उल्टा करो, क्योंकि 1 by R is 1 by 2, so resistance is 2 ohms. So you actually have to take a resistance of 2 ohms. And this goes well with what I explained you with the cars. As soon as you connect two things in parallel, the total resistance will reduce. 6 plus 3 gives you 2. है ना, सीरीज में क्या था, 6 plus 3 is 9, here 6 plus 3 is 2. चलो भाई, let's see how much you know now. Uh, 5 ohms, 15 ohms. Find the equivalent resistance of the circuit. You have to find the equivalent resistance of the circuit. पहले तो identify करो this is series or parallel. Good job. I'm already getting the answers. They're awesome job, guys. Seriously. I have received like so many, 15, more than 15 responses, and most of them are right. Some tiny mistakes there. I can see that. Okay. This is a series circuit, so the equivalent resistance is simply the addition of these two, 5 plus 15, which is 20 ohms. तो फटाफट से मुझे बताओ how much is the current in the circuit. पहले ही आंसर आ गया यार, पहले ही आ गया. So many students already writing it. ठीक है. So the equivalent resistance is 20 ohms. Battery says I don't care, you have two different ohms here. I only know that I have to serve a total of 20 ohms. So the battery says I'm going to follow this, and I am 10 volts battery, and then you want to find the current. The resistance here is 20 ohms. So 10 by 20 is zero point 0.5. So the current in the circuit is 0.5 amperes. And this will also get 0.5. This will also get 0.5. Both of them get exactly the same thing. ठीक है. अब एक काम करते, थोड़ी सी प्रैक्टिस कर लेते हैं यहाँ पे. ये थोड़ी सी स्लाइड्स हैं which I was thinking I will give you. Some of them we'll do now. Some of them I'll give you as a homework. हाँ भाई, करो करो करो. These questions are really easy. Yeah, I started getting answers, but couple of them are wrong. करो, कोई बात नहीं. Take your time. You draw the circuit diagram. No picture, no solution. I'm telling you. In physics, unless you draw a picture, you don't get what's going on behind the scenes. तो ये आ गया 3 ohms, 6 ohms. ठीक है. इसको एनालाइज कैसे करना है, फास्ट बता रहा हूं मैं तुम्हें, फास्ट. पहले तो 3 और 6 का जो कॉम्बिनेशन है उसको याद कर लो. 3 और 6 इज ऑलवेज गोइंग टू गिव यू 2. ठीक है. क्यों देगा, देखो इधर आ जाओ नेक्स्ट स्लाइड पे. तो 1/6 प्लस 1/3, एलसीएम लिया 6, 1 + 2, 3/6. तो 1/2 आ गया, उसको फ्लिप किया तो 2 बन गया. तो अगर 6 + 3 है तो 2 बनता है. इसी तरह 12 + 6 है तो डबल बन जाएगा ना, इसका 4 बन जाएगा. तो प्लीज यूज दीज शॉर्टकट्स इन कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम्स. दे आर गोइंग टू रियली हेल्प यू. ठीक है. अगर कोई मल्टीपल ऑफ 3 है, मल्टीपल ऑफ 6 है, तो वो मल्टीपल ऑफ 2 मिलेगा उधर. ठीक है. सो द करंट थ्रू द बैटरी, पहले तो इक्विवेलेंट रेजिस्टेंस निकालो. अगर आपको क्लियर नहीं है तो आई विल स्टिल डू दिस अ लिटिल स्लो हियर. दिस इज अ पैरेलल कॉम्बिनेशन. सो देन यू डू दिस फॉर्मूला, यूज दिस फॉर्मूला एंड से ओके 1/R इज इक्वल टू 1/2. सो R इज इक्वल टू 2 ohms. ये आ गया इक्विवेलेंट रेजिस्टेंस. नाउ द क्वेश्चन इज करंट थ्रू द बैटरी. Current through the battery will say okay, मेरे को नहीं पता यार, you have two different ones. For me, this combination is equal to 2 ohms. So you always remember when you're trying to find the current through the battery, you first have to combine all of them. You say, okay, the total is 2 ohms. So battery will say 12 volts is equal to some current that I do not know multiplied by 2 ohms. This is what you got to do always, please. Okay. So now current is equal to 12 divided by 2, which is 6 amperes. ठीक है. यहां से आ गया 6 amperes. यहां लिख देते हैं इसका आंसर 6 amperes. And I'm going to analyze the whole circuit for you. The next question you have to do yourself. I'm going to give you as assignment. ये हो गया. The current through each resistor. अब दो तरीके हैं. 2 methods to do that. फर्स्ट वाला मेथड क्या है, जो मैंने तुम्हें फटाफट से बताया था कि डबल द करंट विल गो हियर, half the current will go here, right? So divide this 6 amperes into 3 parts, give 2 parts to this. ठीक है भाई. तो ये आ गया 4 amperes. ये divide 6 into 3 parts and give this 1 part. तो ये आ गया 2 amperes. अब देखो कितना ब्यूटीफुली हो गया. 4 + 2 is 6. Those are the cross checks you have to do. Once you're done with the question, you're not actually done. Examiner के point of view से हो गया, but you have to do cross checks. Okay, 4 आ गया, 2 आ गया. Is it really adding up to 6 amperes? So you have to do those cross checks. 6 is going to be 4 + 2. एक तो ये तरीका हो गया. दूसरा तरीका, the second method here is this. Look at from this resistor. This resistor is in parallel to 6 ohms, right? So wouldn't this also get 12 volts? And this also get 12 volts. So you can do individual calculations. You can say here 12 is equal to current times 3. 3 ohms है. So 12/3 4 आ गया. Same answer आएगा यार. आंसर क्यों डिफरेंट आना है? Same thing here. You write 12 is equal to current times 6. तो by 12/6 2 amperes आ गया. Right? So either of the method, you whatever method you prefer, you choose that. In physics, the beauty is that you get so many options to do the same approach. I don't know how well you did mechanics in the previous year, In mechanics, you can solve the same problem with work energy theorem, kinematic equations, or F equals to ma, and many different ways you can do that. Conservation of energy. So same problem, different approaches. Whatever works with you is fine. Nobody is going to tell you which one is better because no one method is better than the other. Unless के बहुत बड़ा मेथड ना हो जाए और भाई ये क्या आ गया, तो बहुत बड़ा सा क्वेश्चन आ गया. लेट्स प्रैक्टिस दिस एंड गेट परफेक्ट. ठीक है, इस क्वेश्चन को मैं सॉल्व करूंगा, बट एवरीबडी ट्राई इट फॉर सम टाइम बिफोर आई डू दैट. ठीक है, तरीका क्या है? तरीका ये है, यू स्टार्ट फ्रॉम हियर हियर. इसको देखो, यहां पे इलेक्ट्रॉन आया. ठीक है, इलेक्ट्रॉन इस जंक्शन पे आ गया, ये कार आ गई है यहां पर. अब इलेक्ट्रॉन के पास ऑप्शंस है. इलेक्ट्रॉन कैन ईदर गो दिस वे, it can take this way, it can go this way, or it can go this way. It has 3 different options at this junction. At this junction. तो इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? And this looks really complicated at the first image, but once you understand what I'm trying to say, you will really say, okay, this is very very easy. तो इस junction पे electrons have 3 options. So this road, the whole of this road, the whole of this road and whole of this road are in parallel. The whole of the road. ठीक है, the whole of the road, the complete road, the red road, the green road, and the blue road, they are in parallel. ठीक है, now within those roads, let's say within those path, whatever electron comes here has to go through this and has to go through this. ठीक है, that is how you try to analyze and see if they are in series or parallel. Don't memorize anything, don't memorize any part of all this, please. So what I'm claiming now is, in this path, all these 3 are in series because whatever goes through this, goes through this, goes through this. है ना? Same logic applies down here. This are in series. So let's revisit what I said. This in series. That series is in parallel to this and the parallel to this combination. ठीक है? तो पहले simplify करो like this. Step by step जाना है भाई. सीढ़ियां एकदम से नहीं चढ़नी हमने. इसको नहीं चेंज करेंगे. एक स्टेप बाय स्टेप कर रहा हूं मैं, सो दैट यू कैन अंडरस्टैंड इट. बट वंस यू गेट कंफर्टेबल विद इट, यू डोंट रियली हैव टू डू ऑल द स्टेप्स. कुछ मेमोरी मेंटली भी हो जाएंगे. तो व्हाट आई एम डूइंग इज, ये पूरा हटा के मैंने 12 वोल्ट कर दिया, वहां पे 12 ओम्स कर दिया, सॉरी, क्योंकि 4 + 4 + 4 गिव्स मी 12. सो हटा दो उनको, एक लगा दिया. ठीक है, उसके बाद एज ए नेक्स्ट स्टेप इन तीनों को हटा के आई कैन पुट 6 ओम्स डाउन हियर. तो इन तीनों को भी हटा दो यार, 6 डाल दो यहां पे. ठीक है, एंड दिस इज 4 एंड दिस इज 5 एंड दिस इज 6. अभी समझ में आ गया क्या किया? ऊपर वाला 12, 4 एंड 6. ठीक है, नाउ दिस 12 एंड 4 एंड 6 आर इन पैरेलल, सो यू आर वेरी वेल नो व्हाट टू डू. दिस इज व्हाट यू डू. ऐसे कैलकुलेट होता है ना पैरेलल का कॉम्बिनेशन टर्म. ठीक है, यू कैन डू दैट. नहीं तो जल्दी करना है, जल्दी का बता देता हूं तरीका. जल्दी का तरीका बहुत जल्दी हो जाएगा. जल्दी का तरीका कैसे है कि रिमेंबर 6 + 3 gives you 2, so 12 + 6 has to give you 4. So easy, right? So 12 + 6 simplifies to 4. तो हटा दो फटाफट से, इसको हटा दो और इसको हटा दो और क्या दो, 12 + 6 actually is 4. ठीक है, अब 4 + 4 कितना हो जाएगा? 4 + 4 2 हो जाएगा. कैसे हो जाएगा यार, ये भी देख लो. कैलकुलेशन में टाइम नहीं लगाना है हमने. 1/r इक्विवेलेंट जो है 1/4 + 1/4, 2/4 आ गया. ठीक है ना, तो उसको फ्लिप किया तो कितना आ गया? तो r आ गया 4/2. अभी सिंप्लीफाई नहीं कर रहा क्योंकि मैं कुछ दिखाना चाह रहा हूं. अगर 3 होते वैसे एक जैसे सेम 4 4 4, तो क्या आता मेरे पास? आता 3/4 is 1/r, so r आता 4/3. तो पैटर्न देखो इधर, पैटर्न. अगर मेरे पास 1 2 3 4 5 हैं, 5 हैं, all of them are 4. Quickly you can say this combination is 4/5. This will work only when they are all same. ठीक है, ये शॉर्टकट्स यूज करो. यू रियली गॉट टू सेव योर टाइम इन द एग्जाम्स. तो 4 + 4 2 हो गया, तो इसको भी हटा दिया मैंने. एंड देन आई से oh this is 2. अब तो सब कुछ सीरीज में है यार. 6 + 2 is 8 + 5 is 13 ohms. आंसर डन, 100% मार्क्स. ठीक है भाई, एवरीबडी क्लियर? ये हो गया चलो हाँ, एक सरप्राइज की मैंने बात करी थी। सरप्राइज क्या है? काफी मैसेजेस भी आए थे, सर सरप्राइज में क्या गोल्ड कॉइन दे रहे हो, क्या दे रहे हो? सरप्राइज ये है कि वी आर डूइंग दिस वेबिनार फॉर 40 एंड वी आर नॉट डन, वी हैव टू डू मोर क्वेश्चंस, सो डोंट लीव प्लीज। आई एम गोइंग टू स्पीक फॉर 2 minutes अबाउट दिस एंड देन वी हैव मोर क्वेश्चंस टू डू, ठीक है? फ्रॉम IIT JEE एग्जाम ऑल्सो वन ऑफ द क्वेश्चंस। तो सरप्राइज ही है कि वॉट एवर वी आर डूइंग फॉर 45 minutes हियर, देयर इज अ कोर्स दैट इज कमिंग अप फॉर 2 hours, ठीक है? 2 घंटे का कोर्स है एंड दिस इज गोइंग टू बी ऑन ऑन मंडे 24th, एंड्स गलत लिखा है इसमें। सो 24th September, लेट मी राइट इट डाउन हियर, 24th September, 9 to 11 p.m. Indian time, because there are many students who join from other countries. So this is Indian time. Please remember that. So 24th September, 9 to 11 p.m. IST, we are going to do these questions, right? Parallel and series. And some of those questions are going to be really complicated, where you have a network of parallel series and all that. So the purpose here is to make you comfortable with any kind of resistor combination for your 10th grade exam and take you little towards the 12th grade also. क्योंकि हमको यार कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम करना है 12th में, तो यू हैव टू गो टू दैट लेवल नाउ, ठीक है? सो हम दोनों चीज करेंगे इन दिस। वी आर गोइंग टू फोकस मेनली ऑन योर 10th अपकमिंग एग्जाम, बट along with that we'll do that, क्योंकि क्या होता है ना, चलो मेरे को 10 kg भार उठाना है। If I'm used to lift 20 kg weight, then 10 kg is a piece of cake. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So I'll make you do some difficult questions. Once you do those difficult questions, 10 तो ऐसे हो गया यार, छोड़ो, ठीक है? So I'm the one who is taking this course, so I'll be there. So there are few master teachers who take classes on a batch, as a batch. So I'm one of those. So I'm the master teacher for this course. ठीक है? Quickly, last slide on this. This is the URL. Please note it down. So this is the short URL for that, bit.ly. You have a dot here for the students who are not comfortable or have never used short URLs. You have to write it as it is, with case sensitive here. This is digit 2, अपर केस ओ, बड़ा वाला ओ लिखना ओ, ठीक है? और ये छोटा वाला आई है स्मॉल लोअर केस आई, देन डिजिट 7, अपर केस आर, अपर केस एक्स एंड अपर केस जेड। प्लीज मेक श्योर यू आर राइटिंग इट इन केस सेंसिटिव, नहीं तो नहीं चलेगा यार। और बिटली के बीच में भी ये डॉट है यहाँ पे, bit.ly, ठीक है? 2 कैपिटल ओ आई 7 आर एक्स एंड जेड। और नहीं होता तो कॉल वेदांतु, दे विल हेल्प यू, भाई हो जाएगा, ठीक है? 51 रुपए, 51 rupees इज व्हाट दिस कोर्स इज फॉर, दैट्स ऑल। एक ही क्लास है, there's not many classes, just one class of 2 hours, just doing numericals here, 51 rupees, ठीक है? गारंटेड you will learn something। नहीं पसंद आया तो मेरे को कांटेक्ट कर लेना, एंड I'll refund your money। बात बात पैसे की नहीं है। दिस इज ऑलरेडी अ सब्सिडाइज्ड काइंड ऑफ कोर्स। इट्स जस्ट, it's actually usually the courses are very high fee. This is subsidized because exams are coming up. Vedantu has decided to spread the knowledge kind of thing, right? So, and even if that you think 51 rupees is not worth your time spent for 2 hours there, I'm promising you, I will Paytm the money to you, ठीक है? नहीं तो चंडीगढ़ में रहते हो तो आके दे जाऊंगा यार, साथ में एक चाय पिला देना, ठीक है? तो मत पिलाना यार चाय, डरो मत, मेरे घर आ जाना, मैं पिलाऊंगा। तो दिस इज द यूआरएल, note it down, and these are the details. 24th September, 9 to 11 p.m. IST. There is no obligation to join. You can still continue to watch free webinars. ऐसा नहीं है कि ये ज्वाइन करोगे तो ही आगे फ्री वेबिनार्स है। फ्री वेबिनार्स are part of Vedantu's initiative to give free knowledge. This is just in addition. If you want to have more practice with numericals, and 2 hours, I'm telling you, you are going to do all possible combinations. Understanding point of view, मैं कुछ memorize करने को कभी recommend नहीं करूँगा, at least in physics, ठीक है? Just one last slide on this. So master resistors with a master teacher, right? That is me in this course. 2 hours of live teaching and lots of questions and numericals in class. And basically it's numericals only. It is a numerical based class which will include 10th board hand-picked questions from board exam pattern, not the exact questions maybe, because exact question के होता है ना, then you start memorizing. So exam pattern के questions plus 12th level. ठीक है? So let's move on to the next circuit here. Now this looks really tricky. Triangle कहाँ से आ गया यार? But think about it. It's so much easy. It's so much easy. थोड़ा नीचे कर दूं, हाँ दिख रहा है. Take like 2 minutes here. In the meantime, I'll have my water. बहुत इजी है, मेंटली करना है इसको तो यार, मेंटली करना है, कुछ पेपर की भी जरूरत नहीं है इसमें। ठीक, सही, वेरी नाइस। More than 25 responses so far. And most of them are right. I would not say all of you are right. Some of you are making mistakes. Is there a circuit where the main thing is to identify? And guys, it is already 45 minutes, but we are going to end the session in 5 more minutes. So please stand by for 5 minutes. I really humbly request you. You're going to learn this many things in this question also. तो ये देखने में लगता है करें क्या यार, द ओनली थिंग, ओनली ट्रिक हियर इज टू आइडेंटिफाई व्हाट इज इन पैरेलल हियर, व्हाट इज इन सीरीज हियर। अब इसको देखो यार, यहां से इलेक्ट्रॉन आया, इलेक्ट्रॉन नेगेटिव टर्मिनल से आता है, तो इलेक्ट्रॉन यहां पर आया। अब वो बैठ के सोच रहा है भाई शुड आई गो हियर और शुड आई गो हियर। ठीक है ना, दिस इज हाउ यू एनालाइज। शुरू में धीरे करोगे एंड देन यू गेट फास्टर एट इट। दिस इज द डिसीजन पॉइंट। तो अगर इलेक्ट्रॉन डिसाइड्स टू गो दिस वे, उसने ये सर्किट कंप्लीट कर लिया। ठीक है, बट लेट्स से डिसाइड्स टू टेक द ग्रीन पाथ हियर। If it takes the green path, it has to go through this also and go through this also. तो अब क्या हो गया कि red road and green road are in parallel to each other, but the resistors in green road are in series to each other. क्योंकि whatever goes through this has to go through this. So this and this are in series, and that series is in parallel to the red one. अब तो पीस ऑफ केक है, अरे केक खिलाओ मुझे खुशी में। तो 3 + 3 सीरीज में है, तो दिस बिकम्स 6. 6 + 3 becomes 2. Battery says I can see 2 ohms there, so 3 divided by 2 is 1.5. This is how you got to do these questions. ठीक है, I will repeat this again and I will also do the proper method for the students who want to go by the formula there. ठीक है, very quick calculation there. I can see that this is in series, so 3 + 3 gives me 6. 6 and 3 are in parallel. Oh wow, that 3 and 6 is a good combination. That gives me 2 ohms. Now battery says I can see there is a 2 ohm network there. I don't care the network has 1 resistor or 100 resistors. I don't really care. I have to service these 2 ohms of resistors. So then it says, okay, V is equal to IR. So that is 1.5 amperes. That it's a piece of cake, guys. And look at this, I didn't write it properly here because I wanted to surprise you. Another surprise, this question is from IIT JEE 2003. Now, don't expect JEE questions to be so simple, but what I'm saying is some of the questions are really so simple in JEE also, and you are only in grade 10th, you have done that question now. जेई एग्जाम का अगर नहीं विश्वास है, गो टू गूगल मिस्टर गूगल एंड से गिव मी क्वेश्चन पेपर फॉर 2003 जेई मेंस एग्जाम। मेंस नहीं होता था तब, बट जेई एग्जाम, then you will see this question there. ठीक है, for the students who want to do all the steps here, these two greens will be calculated like this, 1/3 plus 1/3. ठीक है, oh sorry, मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ यार, when I'm speaking so much I really get distracted, sorry, I was looking at the messages there, sorry. ठीक है, तो resistor here is 3 + 3 which gives you 6 ohms. ठीक है, 6 ohms आ गया। अब उसमें क्या करना है कि ये वाला उसके पैरेलल में है, तो तुम बोलोगे ओके 1/r is equal to 1/6 जो कि यहां से आया, प्लस 1/3 वहां से उठा लिया। अब उसका एलसीएम ले लो 6, तो ये गया 1 + 2 is 1/r, तो दैट गिव्स यू 3/6, दैट गिव्स यू 1/2। उसको उल्टा कर दिया तो 2 ohms का रेजिस्टेंस आ गया, एंड देन यू गेट 1.5 एम्पियर्स देयर। ठीक है, अब नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन is a homework for you. Try to do this yourself. You will find it like ये क्या यार, ये क्वेश्चन तो बहुत इजी है, you will really say that. ठीक है, कॉम्बिनेशन को मैक्सिमम कैसे करना है, मिनिमम कैसे करना है, या प्लीज ट्राई दिस क्वेश्चन. Everybody take a screenshot of this. Okay. So before I say goodbye, and by the way, it's not a goodbye, but it's more like a see you soon. See you soon in either the webinar coming up for the free or the class there. So see you soon either in this session here or in the free webinars that keep coming. ठीक है, तो either way. तो एक बार और लिख लो, इसको लिखना दो, 51 रुपये है, 51 rupees, 5bit.ly, दिस इज ly. ठीक है, फिर नंबर 2 digit 2 letter O, दिस इज अ लेटर, इट इज नॉट जीरो प्लेस, दिस इज अ लेटर. ठीक है, देन लेटर छोटा वाला I, स्मॉल I, लोअर केस I, 7 अपर केस R, uppercase X and lowercase z. Okay. Hope this was useful, and I will see you soon again in one of the webinars or in that session there. But I'm really looking forward to that session with you, because if you have understood the questions now, just 2 more hours of your time, I mean, just it's worth spending. It is late in the night, I know that, but you will really thank yourself. You'll not thank me, actually you'll thank yourself if you attend that, क्योंकि हम उसमें और questions करेंगे. आज हमने करे 6 or 7, because I also had less number of time there, and then if required I'm going to extend the time there. तो 2 घंटे की class है. If required we can extend it. That's all right. ठीक है. Okay. Thank you then. Bye bye. Anybody in Chandigarh, come over. I'll feed you a cup of tea. We'll chit chat over the tea. Thank you. Bye bye again.